How are ya? It is 8:02, couple of minutes late, just putting some logistics together here at the TV station. But here we are doing the thing. It is Saturday morning, and it is time for coffee talk. Rise and shine, my friends. We've got our hot coffee. Hold on. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. Yeah, I'm doing coffee talk. You interrupting it? You want to come over and say hi? Since you interrupted? It's my buddy Nick. We'll wait. It's okay. Well, oh, you did run. You don't need to run. It's Nick worked
Hello.
worked with you for like 100 years.
100 years, yeah.
100 years. Anyway, you got any good plans for today?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was just on vacation.
Didn't know you still go on vacation and then make
Yeah.
plans. You go for, I'm gonna go for a walk. That- I get it
It's a
though.
good day for a walk.
It's a good day for
Yeah.
a walk. Yeah. Let's take a look outside. Gray skies over top of us. Not too bad. Just, one of those days. You can definitely tell that there's change in the atmosphere. I'll come bother me after this next cut in. Yeah, we've got some changes. Cold front kind of sneaking through the area here. So what that's doing is essentially bringing us the clouds. Here's a live look at our first warning Doppler radar, and we're watching some light showers moving on through. Here's a live look at it, and I'll just kind of loop it, and you can kind of see it there working down 192 out near Lake Washington. It'll cross over I-95, get over to Croton Road. So that's right up the National Weather Service live radar. Yeah. See, this is one of those things. It's the live radar from the National Weather Service doesn't really show these showers much. That's why we have our own live radar. That's why you use multiple radars to be able to key in on everything. So anyway, there's the light shower activity. Temperatures out the door, low to mid 60s. Not looking too bad. Super slow animation. Computer's running in like halftime. Anyway, a couple of showers this morning. Little by little, that'll clear on out. It's going to be a really, really nice day. Let me pull up the old Futurecast. Then I'm going to restart the program while we're just hanging out because it's obviously operating in slow time. So there you go. A couple of showers this morning. Then through the day, what we end up with is more sunshine breaking through this afternoon, particularly in our northern spots, as seen there, whereas our southern spots will keep with a few passing showers. All right, I'm going to restart the program. Give it time to think. How are you doing, though? Everybody good? Y'all good? I'm good. We good? Joanne says getting darker here in Palm Bay. Yeah, I mean, as I just showed, there's a few showers trying to sneak your direction, so that makes sense. Nothing strong whatsoever. Yeah. Frank says I have that effect on computers. What, making it restart or making it go slow? Carbon Fiber says only got a drizzle earlier. Yeah, not too bad of a morning. Anyone bringing the weather lab to touch a truck in Sanford? Steph's asking. Yes. Just spoke. The logistics that I was a little delayed on coffee talk about were about Touch a Truck. Yes, it will be there. Manalfi will be there. So if you're looking for something to do today, Touch a Truck is always a fun event. And WESH 2 Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi is always out there trying to show off the tools and give everybody an opportunity to learn about stuff. It's fantastic. So, yep, that's kind of where we're at. Debbie, good morning to you. Nancy, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'll be pouring Von Trapp beers and Dirty Ore and Cocoa Beach today. Fun beer fest day. That sounds, I don't know what Von Trapp beers are, but yeah. Jan, Jan says, my knees are telling me about the weather change. Yeah, that'll do it. Can you punch a hole in the cloud deck in Lakeland for better light? Super dark here for swamp work before the meeting. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. What are the cloud ceilings? Let's see. Ceilings, of course, we know really are almost as impactful as, I mean, Winter Haven's reporting 2,300 cloud ceiling deck. So it's not like low, but it's probably a pretty good solid deck. So yeah, that makes sense. Oh well. Listen, this weekend forecast really does look nice, right? We've got, I'll dial it up here. Are you going to work? There we go. All right. Let's see if the computer system wants to cooperate. All right. That looks like it's running normal speed. Yeah, normal speed. Look at us. All right, so for today, just a restart. That's all it needed. Windows. So for today, 73 degrees is our high temperature. Tomorrow, Sunday, Groundhog Day, 78 degrees, the high temperature. So even if today is a little lower, we do get warmer for tomorrow. Yes, Groundhog Day has several meanings, of course, at least in terms of this meteorologist. The first meaning will always be the tornado outbreak of 2007. So let's talk a little bit about that, right? And we've already on Coffee Talk, we've already watched some of the footage of Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi on there. We've already watched some of the footage of myself reporting. But for those of you that are just kind of unaware, the Groundhog Day tornado outbreak of 2007, still to this day, is the second deadliest tornado outbreak in Florida. Took 21 lives, only shadowed by the 1998 tornado outbreak, both of those events here in Central Florida. So let's just look back at the Groundhog Day tornado outbreak, all right? You had essentially the same supercell, 3:08 a.m., dropping a tornado, Sumter County across to Lake County. That was registered as an EF3 with winds of 155 to 160 miles an hour. Then it dropped down again, Lake County into Volusia County as an EF3 with winds of 160 to 165 miles an hour. That was at 3:37 in the morning. And then it dropped down a third time as an EF1 at 422 with winds of 100 to 105 miles an hour. So, as I mentioned, it is still the second deadliest tornado outbreak in Florida history. That anniversary is tomorrow, and I'm going to do a little Facebook reel on it, just kind of looking at some of the WESH coverage, looking at some of the devastation, and just kind of making sure that we don't forget because 21 people lost their lives, and let us be safer today than yesterday, or in this case 18 years ago. So I'm always going to, I think from now on, I mean not I think from now on, but I will from now on use it as a reminder. And as a matter of fact, when we look at the February kind of weather outlook, the headline there, in addition to like all the just the granular data, spring tornado season begins. And those of you that hang out in Coffee Talk and do this with me in the on the regular, you all know about this. We talk about this pretty regularly, right? So um it's it's important. And I'm grateful for you all to stay dialed into the weather. Not everybody does, though. We know that to be the case. So let's, thankfully, we don't have anything like severe happening right now. But, as the season goes on, we just might. So we'll have to watch. One other thing I want to point out, too, average high temperature, right? Average high temperature for today, 73. Average high temperature by the end of the month, 77. So this is when it starts to turn around. Yeah. Nicole, good morning to you. Friday is looking amazing. Taking my daughter to Universal for her 11th birthday. 11th birthday. We're all getting older. Got to make the most of it, right? So let's make sure to always learn. Let's make sure to always prepare for weather whenever it gets rough. And thankfully, in today's case, that's not the case. Thankfully, in today's case, we're just kind of tracking a few showers around. Those showers clearing by about 9, 10 o'clock, maybe a sprinkle or two south of us. Otherwise, we're good. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? How's everybody? Anybody have any big plans for today? I have no idea what we're going to do. Marilyn says, love these temps. Yeah, I can agree with you there. Definitely. I prefer this weather, but that's just me. Taylor says, my middle will be 11 in April. My oldest will be driving in 2 weeks. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hold on one second. Hold on a second. Jacob said he's returning to the station to grab you, period. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm texting a photographer and I'm texting Manolfi as well. So sorry, friends. So sorry. All right. What's long range temps for February? So, looking at the trends, we're actually looking to be above average. So, there's your 7-day forecast. That's going to take us through about the 7th, 8th, right? If we look the next week beyond, the supercomputers are essentially saying that the South should be warm, the North should be, the Pacific Northwest should be cooler. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So, the temperatures are looking above average. And I would say, just looking at the long range cycling, as I'm working on my hurricane forecast, of course, it looks at the overall weather patterns. And it seems like um, February should be warm, but the very end of February into early March, it looks like a pattern shift happens and we go cold again. So don't be surprised if the very end of February or into March, um, we don't adjust things a bit. All right. Kara says, boo for average. Orlando cooler. I mean, no, we're going to be above average. That's kind of the expectation. Looking through about mid-February. I'm fine with it. I know not everybody is. But again, very end of February into March, we should shift cooler. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. How about early April? Matt, I'm hoping for good weather. I don't think I'll fly in to Sun and Fun, but I'm definitely going to be going over there. Welcome to February. January is always a long month. It's funny. Christina this morning on the air actually said what a long year that January was, right? Like that's yeah. So yeah. So I'm only accepting 71 with partly cloudy. Okay, all right, Katie. Hey, you do you. I'm just here. I'm just here. I had an interesting conversation with somebody talking about 7-day forecasts and like you notice we go with 10%, 20% for rain chances. We don't say like 22% chance of rain, that kind of stuff. Somebody was talking about going even number only for temperatures. I've been in weather 23 years, 24, now 24 years. I've never heard of that. I've never seen anybody use even only for temperature. The temperature's gonna be what the temperature's gonna be. So anyway, ay, 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 ay. My question: will we see a snowstorm in early March? Hope not. Another one. Oh, I wouldn't suspect another snowstorm in Florida in early March. I would think the pattern goes colder, but not expecting a snow. We'll watch and see, right? Yeah, we'll watch and see. Stacy says, "Good morning from freezing Big Rapids, Michigan." Ooh. So then the question, of course, comes up. So we talked about the severe weather part of Groundhog Day, and that's that's the responsible meteorologist in me wanting to chat. But there's obviously the other part of Groundhog Day, which is Punxsutawney Phil, and where does he rank into this? And if you're unfamiliar with the weather lore, the idea is tomorrow, Punxsutawney Phil in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, will peek out, the prognosticator of prognosticators, da, 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 da. If he sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. If he doesn't see his shadow, winter is over early. So let's look at the forecast for tomorrow and see what the models are showing. All right. So there's the model. There's our futurecast model. Of course, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. I see snow. I see a heavy band of snow moving in there to western Pennsylvania. Certainly, there will be clouds associated with said snow band. So, if we've got clouds and we've got snow, one would suspect that he will not see his shadow. And if he does not see his shadow, winter is over early. Interesting. What say you, friends? What do you think? Yukon says Phil is going to predict an early spring. I would love that. I have had my taste of cool. Kara says 6 more weeks of winter doesn't usually apply to Florida. Correct. I also stood in the snow for like hours this year in Florida. Can't say I've ever done that before. So, this year, Florida is participating in winter, as odd as that may be. Like a Voltasmere. Crazy. What do you think? What do y'all think? So we've got the clouds, we've got the snow in that direction. I don't think he's going to see his shadow. Matt says Phil has worked hard on his PhD. Yeah. I say Phil is overrated, Taylor says. There you go. Jana says, don't see your shadow, Phil, right? I don't hold my breath when I lived in the north. Yeah. Michael says he will see his shadow. And says, I go by Eric's predictions, not a silly groundhog. Yeah, that's valid. And be ready for every meteorologist that you know, except for me, to post memes tomorrow that are like, I'm a rodent, not a meteorologist. I'm telling you, every Met that I know, it's just like, have some fun. Like, it's fun. It's fun. Obviously, a groundhog does not forecast. Have some fun. The people of Punxsutawney love this. Nikki says, technically, there is always 6 more weeks of winter because spring doesn't begin until the 22nd ish of March. You are correct. Jan says, this is a family show, so I won't say what I really think. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. What percentage of the time is a groundhog correct? I don't know. I don't know. It's ridiculous that we even have a thing where we talk about a groundhog, but here we are. Right? I mean, like let's just dial it down to that. Has anyone compared Phil's accuracy to the local meteorologists? I would suspect the local meteorologists are more accurate with an education component. Taylor says, go watch the movie, Burris. I know. I know. Yukon says Hurst is going to transfer Eric to Maine now. He's complaining about the snow. Dude, I wouldn't survive a winter at WMTW. Yukon says it's not ridiculous. It's cultural fun. Totally agree. And as a matter of fact, I'm just curious, WGAL. Let me go to WGAL and see if they have anything about it. Kind of previewing it. I'm just looking. It doesn't look like it. I'm just looking to see if our station in Pennsylvania has any stories about it. Doesn't look like they do. Weather. Do they have in the weather? I'm just looking. I'm just looking. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Nope. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay. All right. Although, here's the forecast from WGAL. I guess we could listen to that real quick. Put you there, put you there, hit OK, turn it on. Hold on a second. I don't know if he's calling as I'm trying to get this set up. Hold on a second. Hey, what's up? Okay. All right, you got it. Um, not for a little while. 9:30ish. All right, buddy. All right, see you. Bye. When the chief calls, you answer, right? Am I right? All right, let's listen in.
We had a 48 there on Wednesday. Now, today, are we going to see more of the same? No. No, in fact, we're going to see our temperature drop as we head into the afternoon, just slightly, but with the wind, it's going to feel cooler out there. We're staying in the 30s most of today. That's for our storm team forecast here for Ephrata and the rest of the Susquehanna Valley. It's going to become sunny as we head into the afternoon, but it'll be brisk. We'll have steady temperatures, some places dropping a couple degrees, but it's going to feel like it's in the 20s, that north.
And I'm just watching this because I'm curious if they're going to talk about, let's look at the forecast for tomorrow to figure out what Punxsutawney Phil is going to see.
With mainly clear skies, couple clouds out there. Some places will be down in the teens, others in the low 20s. Then tomorrow, it won't be as chilly. It'll still be breezy, but our wind is going to shift out of the southeast. That's going to bring in some milder air, a little bit more in the way of clouds as well. Should be back up to our seasonal average tomorrow. Here's where...
Okay, so mostly cloudy skies, right? So we got that from his forecast. That noise sounded familiar. Yeah, you know that noise. Same sounder and same graphics. They made their radar gold. I haven't watched GAL in a minute. So there you go. So we've got clouds for tomorrow. There you go. The echo makes it sound ominous. Yeah, the noise sounded familiar. Isn't that funny? Yeah. So anyway, we don't need to continue watching. Point taken. So we'll see how this plays out. I personally am ready for spring to start. And by the way, yesterday there were so many people at the beach. I just want to add, if you're heading to the beach by chance this weekend, water temperatures are in the 50s. So even though like the air temperatures today in the lower 70s, tomorrow they're going to be into the upper 70s. The water is not ready to swim in, for what it's worth. Ooh, awful. Awful cold. Janice, you going to Sanford today or just Tony? It's just Tony. Yeah, just Tony. Yep, we used to seasonal camp in Lancaster and would watch that. That's our channel. That's right. I'm going to write in a campaign for Burris to cover Phil next year. Stand in the snow. I will be ready. I'm buying snow boots and pants and all that stuff. I won't be. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I'm not letting that happen. Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, Sparky the Moist Gator predicts late start to hurricane. God willing. Yeah. All right. That's all. I got a minute 16 until the Today Show cut in. So that's all I got. Listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk, y'all. I will see you on TV in a little bit and tomorrow morning for Coffee Talk from the house. Take care. Be good, y'all. Bye.